Hello, brave, beautiful, beloved soul friends. Thanks so much for joining me for this conversation with Kristin. I'm so grateful for your existence here on planet Earth. Thank you for being you, and thank you for being here. So we all walk around this earth with some kind of sense of identity, who we are, how we feel about ourselves, how we perceive ourselves, our skill sets, our agendas, our priorities, our sense of worthiness, our sense of desire. All of these different aspects of identity come into play in everyday life. Where does that stuff come from? Okay? And before we dive into that, it's important to recall that consciousness and neurobiology are not the same things. Your consciousness is the essence of yourself, the personal self-essence having this life experience. And that is who you really are. Your neurobiology, though, is completely separate. They're not the same thing. Your brain and your body, which is where your consciousness is living, is comprised of data that's stored in the cells of your body that modulate how everything flows and what information comes up. And so like when you're walking through life, you know how to recognize a toothbrush, for example, because of memories stored throughout the cells of your brain and your body. When you look at a toothbrush, your brain processes that stimulus, understands that you're seeing a toothbrush, that this is something you put some kind of like goop on, and then like you use your hand and you move it across your teeth at a particular way at a particular time of day, and it helps them get clean so you don't get cavities. Like you kind of just have this natural understanding of what things are, and all of that is because of the different cells inside of your brain and your body. And then like your nervous system and stuff, it all knows how to regulate and keep your heart pumping and all of this stuff because of different programs inside of your neurobiology. So neurobiology is the brain and the body system that provides modalities for consciousness to experience life through, okay? But the vessel where consciousness is housed is separate from the consciousness itself, okay? So let's keep that in mind as we explore identity. So different parts of identity, our agendas, our priorities, how we perceive ourselves, our skill sets, our desires, our confidence in our abilities, all of these different things, how we support ourselves, how we protect ourselves, all these different aspects of identity come into play. All of those particulars come from neurobiological data, which means that everything that you think and feel about yourself is not coming from yourself. Everything you think and feel about yourself is not coming from yourself. It's coming from the neurobiological data inside of you, which means, one, it means you are more than you think you are, because you are consciousness. You are not the projections of neurobiology. And neurobiology is going to make suggestions regarding who you are, what you're worth, what you should do, how you should think, how you should feel, how you should perceive, how you should dream, how you should go about moving towards those dreams. There's going to be all of these projections of pieces of information from your neurobiology suggesting a sense of identity. But you are consciousness. You are not the neurobiological vessel that is housing your consciousness. This is a tool. This is who you are. Neurobiology is a vessel, a resource, a modality to experience life through, but it's not who you are. And so all of the automated projections that are creating a sense of identity are not the truth of who you are. So what does this mean? First of all, it means you are more than you think you are. You are consciousness. You are so much more than the projections of suggested identity that are coming from your neurobiological applications of consciousness. Your neurobiological applications are making suggestions regarding who you are, but that's not who you are. You are more. And what else does this mean? It means that consciousness actually possesses the ability to shape its own identity, because neurobiology can be rewired, and consciousness is infinite and powerful, and the consciousness, who is our true self-essence, can rewire neurobiology to shape identity however is desired. Identity, our sense of identity, comes from subconscious timelines. A timeline is comprised of an energetic piece of data from attachment systems, an energetic piece of data from memory systems, and an energetic piece of data from meaning-making associations. And that creates one timeline. And so our unconscious mind, which is that space of our subconscious realms between our conscious mind and our unconscious body, our subconscious realms are filled with timelines. And so we have all these different timelines, and there's timelines from different time periods of our life, timelines, different pieces of energetic data, of information. And it's all been picked up through experience, but we are not our experience, and we are not our neurobiological wiring. So our automated sense of identity comes from subconscious timelines filled with data from experience that's stored in our neurobiology. Consciousness is who we really are, and it's separate from these projections. Which means you are more than you think you are, and you have power within your identity because you are separate from the projections that are suggesting the identity that you should be. And so there's a lot of beauty and hope in this. We can appreciate our sense of identity and marvel at the awestruck wonder of it all. Like, this brain and body have gone through experiences and picked up pieces of energetic information and stored them away to create some kind of suggestion about who I should be or who I am or whatever. It's miraculous. But also, consciousness has the power to reprogram that. And so if there's something that we're not super fond of about ourselves, like if we struggle with a sense of self-worth, or if we want to learn a new ability, or grow a skill set, or shift our priorities, or shift our agendas, shift our confidence, or shift the way that we protect ourselves, grow more abilities to draw boundaries, or maybe grow abilities to let some walls down. We want to expand our connections with others or ourselves. All of this, all of these aspects of personal experience are coming from neurobiological projections within our subconscious realms. And all of that is data stored inside of us that can be rewired through the power of our consciousness. So that's pretty exciting stuff. That's pretty exciting stuff, you guys. You are not who you think you are. You are so much more. And if you're struggling in any capacity with a mental, emotional, relational, spiritual, or action pattern battle, you are not the experience, and you have power within it to transmute the data that is being projected from within your neurobiological cells that's creating these experiences. And that's what I'm here to help with. If you'd ever like to get together through a one-on-one consciousness consulting call, I would be honored to connect with you. You can explore more information or book a session at KristinWindsor.com. The link is in the video description below. I also offer at-home self-guided healing journey programs, and I have a monthly membership available through Patreon if you would like to join me on that platform. I would love to connect with you along your healing journey. It would be a sacred honor to serve as a healing journey guide for you, soul friends. So please remember that you are so much more than your mind is suggesting. You are so much more than the way that your body feels. You are pure consciousness. And you always have power within your life experience. You may not have control, but that's okay, because control and power are not the same things. You always have power. You never have control, but you always have power. Always, always, always. I have a few free gifts for you guys. If you haven't snagged them yet, please do. You're really gonna like them. It's a brain rewiring playbook, an implicit projections playbook, daily magic wall hangings, what other magic is there? Loving liberation book, and transformative cocoon play prompt. So it's totaling, I think, over like 50 pages or something altogether. Magic from my heart to yours, because I love you and I believe in you, and I want you to have the resources to succeed in the direction of all your dreams. You deserve the embodiment of happiness, not just the pursuit of it. So please snag those gifts. KristinWindsor.com/freebies. You can download them all, check out their associated videos and learn more about them. They're designed to empower your healing journey. So please snag those. Thank you so much for being here, soul friends. Your identity is so much more than you know, and you always have power within it. I am sending you lots of love and light in this healing journey day. Infinite blessings to you, soul friends. Namaste. The love and light in my divine consciousness. See and honor the love and light in your divine consciousness. Infinite blessings. I will see you next time. Thanks so much for being here.